We color events. We color the world. And how do we know that we color the world? This, you can test it very easily. You can simply see that sometimes you can have certain strong emotional interpretation about an event, right? And then after going through a liberating process, you will encounter the same event, and then you will feel completely indifferent to it. So now, suddenly the event has absolutely no meaning. You will not even be conscious of this. Do you understand? So that means that the fact that we experience the event as strongly emotional or evoking emotional response was just completely dependent on a certain state in which we were, you see? There's also the very simple example. I don't know if you once had this experience that you were completely depressed and you were walking on the street and everything looks to you gloomy. People were sad. Everything was gray. Everything looks like the end of the world. And then walking on the same street, but you were happy. And suddenly people, you notice people smiling. You could see the sky. You could notice birds and feel that generally the world was doing really fine today. So we color the world. That is an immense realization. When you realize that you are, in a sense, without making you feel megalomaniac, you see, you are the creator of the world at every given moment. There is a moment in which this is the Buddha consciousness, when when we realize that we no longer want to color the world, you see. This is what in many traditions is called, especially in Zen Buddhism, it is called seeing reality as it is. You see, what we call the suchness of things. It's seeing reality exactly as it is. It means without naming, condemning, justifying, interpreting, and so on and so on. That is a very rare experience, you see. It means we are not indifferent, we are not excited, we are not depressed, and then suddenly we see life, you see. There is no veil. And that is as simple as it is overwhelming. Because this is the closest you could ever get to calling something the so-called external world, you see, the world. And only when this happens do you realize that until then you were never encountered the world, you see. You simply didn't know the world. You only knew yourself, you see. So to put that in the most profound sense, it is like watching the world without a watcher, without a self, without an intervention of observer. And that is a very eye-opening moment.